Hey, Chapel Hill. Hope you're having a great week. I just wanted to give you one message that I didn't get to add to either the sermon a few weeks ago or this last weekend. And there's a story in Genesis chapter 18, where Abraham is interceding for Sodom. God's very upset with this city, and he's looking to destroy it. But Abraham makes this famous intercession for Sodom, and basically he's saying, will you indeed sweep away the righteous with the wicked? Suppose there are 50 righteous within the city. And God's like, okay, if there's 50 righteous, I won't do it. And Abraham's like, well, what if you found 45? And God's like, with 45 righteous people, I wouldn't destroy the city. What if you found 30? And God's like, with 30 people, I wouldn't destroy the city. What about 20? And God's like, well, if I find 20 righteous people, I will not destroy the city. And then Abraham's like, well, what about 10? And God says, if there were 10 righteous, I would not destroy the city. And so I think if you read that passage, sometimes you can maybe get the impression that God is a bit of a pushover, that like he's, Abraham easily argues him out of the way. But I think what's happening is that God is showing Abraham how God is motivated by love. God is motivated by hesed. God is a God of mercy. And Abraham doesn't have, the Bible. He doesn't have the Old Testament, the New Testament. He obviously hasn't seen the love of Jesus. And so here, God is showing Abraham and Abraham's family what he is like, in contrast to all the other gods in that culture. And I think it's just another amazing picture of God's mercy. So our prayer for you this week is that you're experiencing that amazing love and mercy of God, and that you're also encouraged to also be motivated by agape love. And I'm praying for you this week that you will seek to, explore your heart and see, what are your motivations? What's motivating you? Is it the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life, or is it agape love that's motivating you? I know it's really a big challenge. One more challenge for you as well. Look for the people that God has placed in your life that he's maybe looking to make a connection with. Maybe it's someone that is completely the polar opposite of you. Polar opposite in maybe their politics, maybe polar opposite in terms of how they see the world. And perhaps God wants to find a way to make a connection between you and that person. And just one reminder, try to find common ground on values. Ask them what influenced you to come to the perspective that you have. Ask them to explain how they came to the perspectives that they had. And maybe as that person describes how they got there, you'll find some common ground and some common values that you can connect on. Praying for you this week. I hope you have a great long weekend, and we'll see you here at Chapel Hill.